Okay, here's the question 6.2 in the 2020 November exam, the financial section. And let's see here. Jim bought a new car for 250,000 Rand. And the value of the car depreciated at a rate of 22% per annum annually, according to the reducing balance method. So this is depreciation, reducing balance. After how many years would the book value would it turn into 92,537 Rand and 64 cents? Well, all you do is you need the depreciating value formula. Now, this is the amount that you end up with. Um, and they're asking, oh, they're asking for N, right? They're asking for N. He bought a new car. This is what you started with at 250,000, and then it depreciates, but we're going to solve for N. So we put the 92,000, that's what it depreciated it to. There's the value of the car that it started with, 1 minus the interest rate. Whoa, it's really depreciating 22% a year. So the whole problem is we've got to solve this equation. Now, what you divide by 250,000 and you get this number, 1 minus 0.22 is 0.788. Now, there's a way to use logs to the base 10 to figure out the problem, but I think it's a little easier just to, at this stage, to use your calculator and use the log button. Go the log of this number, there's the base, to that base, put that in your calculator, and it says n equals 4. So it's going to be 4 years. That's how long it took to depreciate to that amount. Okay, let's look at the next question. There's Paul has been granted a loan under the following conditions. There's the interest rate. The loan is 6 years. The monthly repayment is 1,500 Rand. And her first payment is made 1 month after the loan is granted, which means we don't have to do anything weird to the formula. We just use it straight. Calculate the value of the loan. Well, it's pretty easy. We just put, there's the formula for loans for present value. X is 1,500. The interest rate's 0.113 over 12, 0.113 over 12, and N is 6 years, 6 times 12. Just put that in your calculator and you'll get the value of the loan, 78,173 Rand and 49 cents. Now, this next question is a little bit harder, and I'll show you. I did it differently than I did it the second way it shows in the memo. I'm going to show you both. First, how much interest will Paul pay in a total over the first 5 years? Well, this is one way of doing it. Let's figure out how much she owes in the loan, how much she owes on the loan after 5 years. That's with 12 months left. So you go 72 minus 60, that's minus 12. With 12 months to go, what's the outstanding balance? Well, you put in your loan, you put in the interest rate, press the buttons in your calculator, and you'll get that 16,945 Rand. That's how much that's how much is outstanding. So we kind of, to figure out how much interest she pays, we need to think about how much she still owes with 5 years to go. I mean, with 1 year to go. After 5 years, how much, um, this is how much she owes with after 5 years, but how much is she paid off? Well, the loan minus the balance will give you that. And then you figure out, well, what interest is being paid? Well, what we do is we take the amount that she's paid in total, which is 60 payments of 1,500, and we subtract how much is, what's being paid off on the loan, and that's a way of figuring out the interest. And the interest is 28,771 Rand and 51 cents. There's another way of doing it. You could take the future value after of the loan. Um, Take the loan. Sorry, here's the future value. If you're putting in 1,500 Rand and you make 60 payments, how much would that be worth? And then take 78,000, the loan itself, and just grow it for 60 months at that interest rate. If you subtract That's the balance that you owe on the loan. That's another way of coming up with the balance. The amount you paid is still that 1,500 times 60. The total amount is 90,000. But the loan minus the balance that you owe after 5 years, if you go 90,000 minus that, you'll get the interest rate. This is the way I did it when I did it. But the other way works just as good. Okay.